Hello, and welcome to another Tristan Has Thoughts Destiny 2 discussion. Today I want to try something a little different and do a video on the TWAB. I expect this to be more of a TLDR for the TWAB, as I don't plan to hit every point in great depth, but mostly just speak about the larger ticket items and give a few short thoughts on them. Please let me know if you found this useful or enjoyable, as I will continue to cover the TWAB in the future if people like this kind of content. The TWAB first starts off with a reminder not to lend your accounts to other players. They speak about how when players often appeal their bans and the ban is investigated, they realize someone else has been playing on their account. As always, be sure to keep your account information private, and please use 2FA where possible. Next, they show off the Neomuna environment trailer, which they released earlier this week, and give a quick rundown of the blog post on build crafting. If you want more in-depth information, check out either the blog post or my most recent video on it. Next, they highlight some changes coming in the future with Lightfall. The red border drop rate increase for raids and dungeons is already live, and they plan to speak more on weapon crafting soon. Dredge and Gilding win requirement is going from 50 games to 30, which seems reasonable. Blues will no longer drop after you reach the soft power cap. Hallelujah. What a highly requested change. Next, they speak about how Rumble will be returning as a selectable node in the Crucible come Lightfall, as player feedback has been quite loud on this topic. Glad to see Rumble return personally. Following this, they talk about the catalyst for Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy's Matchbook, and Witherhoard, and how they will benefit from the Season Pass exotic catalyst boosts going forward. No longer will it take 500 activities to get the Ariana's Vow catalyst. Lastly, they speak about how they are making it simpler to obtain the patterns for the exotic glaives in Lightfall, meaning no more Wellspring runs for me, thankfully. Next, we get the raid date for Lightfall's raid, March 10th, 2023 at 9 AM PST. Unfortunately, this is indeed a Friday, so Bungie decided not to move the raid back onto Saturdays. Personally, I think this is a shame, but alas. We then get a huge post on matchmaking and their goals with PvP matchmaking. It essentially boils down to fireteam-based matchmaking being added for fairness in PvP, and due to this they will slowly rotate out freelance playlists as their data shows more promise. They then speak about dynamic skill matchmaking systems, we have a lot of matchmaking systems, and that this is aimed to help players in lower skill brackets. If numbers and data is your jam, or graphs, I recommend reading this part yourself. Following this, we hit a large section on Airborne Effectiveness. They restate what their goals for AE are, to balance airborne movement versus ground movement, and also state that modes without skill-based matchmaking, airborne playstyles were oppressive. They then state with the addition of skill-based matchmaking in most playlists, the latter issue of oppressive aerial gameplay is lessened as everyone is on equal footing and it's leading to less player fun. Essentially, primary weapons will work on par with how they did prior to the AE changes, with no investment, and special weapons are going to need some investment to hit pre-AE levels, but it should be a lot less. There's also a ton of info on changes to aim assist coming with pulses, SMGs, and sidearms, so expect them to be a little less sticky come Lightfall. DMT is getting reined in a bit with its hipfire aim assist and ability to snag crits, as well as Dead Messenger getting a 35% damage reduction against players. Revoker's perk is getting changed to only refund a bullet on multiple back-to-back misses. If you're big into aim assist modifiers and cones and even more data, be sure to check this part out yourself. They then talk about some post-Lightfall plans with hipfire reticle changes on weapons, another set of craftable raid weapons, along with a full auto melee setting, and of course they say there will be constant updates. We then hit some exotic tuning and ability tuning. Satins will now increase the barricade ability cooldown by 70% when equipped, and it will take 25% more damage. Barricade is getting a cooldown increase of around 20%, along with the thruster ability. Hunters are also getting hit with this increase, as Marksman's Dodge and Gambler's Dodge are both getting longer cooldowns. Touch of Storm Nades are eating another nerf with a damage reduction and a roaming speed nerf. Right at the end, they sneak in a reversal of the shotgun pellet spread penalty when sliding. That's it for this week's TWAB. I hope you enjoyed this short rundown video. Hopefully it's short. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the TWAB in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Lightfall's raid being on a Friday? Do you like these PvP changes? I'll be sure to respond to any discussions that I see. As usual, be sure to subscribe as I upload daily, and remember, for each like this video gets, a capybara gets a big scritch.